Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can do gesture recognition on live camera preview using CameraX and MediaPipe in native Android application with Kotlin. So let's get started. So first I'll show you guys the output. So here you can see it is asking me for camera permission. First I'll just give it that, and here I can just move my hand over here. So I'll just put my microphone aside and I'll just show you the proper output. Okay, so hopefully you got the point. Like, it was not able to detect my face, which is a given. It was able to only detect my fingers. So let's get started on how to do this gesture recognizer. But first, I'm using XML layout. If you want, you can use Jetpack Compose as well. I would recommend using XML layout because the player view, like the camera preview and the overlay which we will be drawing are more easier to do in XML layout, I feel, as compared to Jetpack Compose. But it's up to you. Rest of the business logic remains the same. So first you just need to go to this particular documentation over here. Scroll down, and from this you can just download this particular model of hand gesture classifier. Are there any other models? I don't think so. Okay, so you can just click on this. So make sure you have downloaded this hand gesture classifier just by clicking on this particular link over here. Once you have downloaded it, inside your native Android project, what you need to do first is just don't create this assets folder manually. Just create it how I'm telling you. Right click, new folder and assets folder, and just click on finish. Once the assets folder is created, as you can see over here, you just have to drag and drop the gesture recognizer task or TensorFlow Lite model which we have just downloaded from this particular website. So make sure you drag and drop it over here. As you can see, I've already dragged and dropped it. Then go to Android manifest.xml, and here we have added this uses feature of Android hardware camera permission, as well as write external storage permission. Then you need to go to build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add this MediaPipe task vision as well. So here also make sure so Android Studio is recommending to use this particular version, but this is the older version. Android Studio is like confused. So how do you check the latest version? So for that you can just go to the GitHub repository over here, and you can just go to releases and just copy the latest version from over here. Okay, then here I have added camera core, then camera 2, camera lifecycle, as well as camera view. Then you just have to click on sync now, and it will download all the dependencies for you. Then you need to create these two files. So first one is gesture recognizer helper. Now even I have copy pasted this code from the Android documentation. So firstly you can just copy all this code. Then here is our class. Now here I have defined some default values for this constructor. Then here we have this gesture recognizer. Inside init we set up it. This is the clear one, and inside setup we just initialize our base options first. Then depending on whether you are using CPU or GPU, and here we just pass the model asset path. Then here we initialize base option dot builder. Then we use gesture recognizer dot gesture recognizer options dot builder, set the base options as well, and then we do minimum hand detection confidence, minimum tracking confidence, and minimum hand presence confidence as well, and set the running mode. And if it is live stream, then we also need to add the result listener as well as the error listener. Then we build our options. Then we do initialize our gesture recognizer, create from options, pass in the context as well as the options over here. In case of catch clause, I'm just logging it to the console, so you can handle it however. And we are also obviously returning it back to the listener, which in our case main activity will implement it. Then this is for recognizing the live stream. So here we get the image proxy, we get the frame time, create a bitmap out of it, we copy pixels to buffer, we close the image proxy, then we create a matrix out of it, we apply the post rotate as well as post scale. Then we do bitmap dot create bitmap. So here we get a rotated bitmap. Then we do bitmap image builder, passing in the rotated bitmap dot build. Then we call recognize async, passing the MP image as well as frame time. Then in recognize async, we just do gesture recognizer dot recognize async, passing in the MP image as well as the frame time. Then this is for recognizing like hand gesture from a video, so I'm not going to go through that. I'll simply scroll through this. We are not really using code from this. So this is all the code there is. Okay, then here we call recognize image as well. So here, in case if you want to just recognize it for an image, like I said, I'm not really using this as well. So here we have this is closed if gesture recognizer is equal to null, and here we return the live stream results. So we get the finish time as well as inference time, and inside the on results we just pass the result bundle over here. Then here we have the return live stream error as well. So here we pass the error as well. Then inside companion object we just define all these variables like CPU, GPU, hand detection, confidence, tracking, hand presence, in case if there are any other errors as well. Then this is the result bundle for sending the result back, and this is the gesture recognizer listener as well for on error as well as on results. Okay, then what we have is here we have this overlay view. So these are all the imports for it. Then here is a we extend it from our view. Here is our gesture recognizer result. Then we initialize the paint as well, line paint as well as point paint. Here is the scale factor, image width, image height. Here we initialize our paint. If you want to call this clear method also, you can call it. I'm not really using it. Then inside the init paint we set the color, stroke width and style for both our line paint as well as point paint. Then inside draw we just loop over all the gesture recognizer results if we are able to find it. Then we just do canvas.draw paint, passing in the normalized landmark, passing in the x as well as the y, and for each of the hand we just do something like this. Okay, then we set the results as well. So yeah, this is again I have copied it from the documentation, and this is the width as well. One more thing which I forgot to tell you is, firstly over here this is the name of the TensorFlow Lite model or MediaPipe model which we are using. In case if you decide to rename it something else, make sure you change it inside the code as well. And there is one more thing related to color. Let me just show you. So here you can see I'm using this mp_primary. Now this has been defined inside colors.xml over here. So if you want to use a different color, you can use that as well. Then you just need to go to activity_main. So firstly we define a preview view. So I'm specifying the width and height as 0 dp, and we constrain it to all sides of the screen. Then here we have this overlay view as well. Now here you need to use your own package name. Okay, this part followed by .overlay view. Then we set the width and height as 0 dp, and we constrain it to all sides of the screen. Then here is our main activity as well. These are all the imports for it. So again I'll simply scroll through all these imports. Then here we do gesture recognizer helper.gesture recognizer listener. Then here is our helper. This here we set the default values for delegate, minimum hand detection, minimum hand tracking, minimum hand presence as well. And here I'm not sure what this is, I'm not really using it, so we can use it as remove it as well. Then here we initialize like variables for preview view, image analyzer, camera provider, camera facing as well. Similarly for our background executor, viewfinder as well as overlay view. Then this is used for checking whether we have the required permissions or not. If we have it, then only we call setup camera. Then inside on create we initialize our viewfinder, our overlay view as well as our background executor. Then we do background executor.execute. We just initialize our gesture recognizer helper, and here you can see I'm passing it running mode as live stream. Then once camera permissions are granted, we call setup camera, else we call request permissions. Inside request permission we ask for the camera permission, and this is just a helper method to check whether we have the required permissions or not. Then here we have a companion object for which helps us to have all the required permissions, like one for camera, and if Android version less than equal to p, we also have it for write external storage permission. Then inside on resume we just call background executor.execute, and if gesture recognizer helper.is closed, then we call setup gesture recognizer. Then inside on pause, if gesture recognizer is initialized, then only we clear the gesture recognizer inside on pause. And here inside on destroy we just shut down our background executor as well as call await termination on it. Then inside setup camera we get hold of our camera provider future, we add a listener, we get hold of our camera provider, we bind the camera use cases. Then here we define the aspect ratio strategy. Here is our resolution selector as well. Then here we assign the camera provider, then we get the camera selector as well. Then we initialize the preview view, then we initialize the image analysis as well, and we on the image analysis each image we just call recognize hand. Then we unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the lifecycle over here, and finally we set the surface provider. And inside recognize hand, we just do gesture recognizer helper dot recognize live stream and passing in the image proxy. Then inside on configuration changed, we just override this method, and in case if there is configuration change, we update the rotation of our image analyzer depending on viewfinder's rotation. Inside on error, we just log it the error to the console. Then here we have the results, so where we do overlay dot set results and just pass all the values to it, and then we invalidate on every frame as well. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.